Hello and welcome back. This is the game 10 of the 10 games that I played in CCL this year. I'm playing against Chaos in their lovely purple armour. It's quite a nice strip. My humans are from Nuln, so they wear black if you're acquainted with old Warhammer world. There you go. I've got very low volume in my ears here. Should be higher than that. And we are, yeah. So they took a MasterChef. This was quite a big difference in team rating. I'm defending on us, so look at the Chaos team first. Yeah, it's actually, I think, a brand new Chaos team, or at least no one was levelled. I don't know if it's actually their first game or not. But yeah, this was on the last day of the season as well, and someone had started a new Chaos team on the last day of the season. So I don't know if they were just going for a very late run. But yeah, it looks, it's a 7 beast man 4 warrior lineup, which is the way to start a Chaos team. And yeah, they've come in. They were flirting with taking Nashrak Blackhoof, but settled on a Halfling MasterChef in the end. Quick snap for their kickoff. Yeah, so nothing to see in their team. I've got my offset line of scrimmage here, which they're wrapping around. We'll have a look at how my team stands. I can't remember if I had anyone level since the last game. Did I have a tackle blitzer last time? I don't remember. There's one there anyway. So that last game against Dwarfs was immediately before this. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Tackle blitzer might be the only difference, but I can't remember. That may have been there before. Or might have been missing the game. I'm sure. So 2 catches on the bench while I'm defending. Guard blitzer here ahead of the mighty blow one. This is a block lineman. A wrestle lineman here with 2 unlevelled ones. Guard ogre, tackle blitzer, dodge thrower, strength 3 wrestle catcher, and yeah. So they're immediately making the ball safe. A couple of players on that. This one will probably come try to pick it up after some hits. But yeah, we're straight in with a knockdown for a warrior. I can't remember what else they had. Oh, they took two babes. Was their other inducements? I think it was about 400 difference, or somewhere around there. Yeah, when I saw straight into a reroll. Got four rerolls as well. I think I must have taken an extra training as well. It might have been nearer 500. Well, it must have been. I suppose it'd have been about 1,000, and I was. Well, we can see what my team value was. Actually, probably can't now. It would have changed. No, there'll be one viewer who'll be pleased to see I'm back with a mug of tea after being called out for takeaway coffee from a certain fast food restaurant yesterday. You know who you are. Okay, so just want Ogre watching Chaos Warriors. Not really going to be wanting to dodge, and if I can get some guard in there on a couple of players, that's assists on both of them. So mighty blow hit on a warrior. And yeah, so I kept pointing out in the dwarf game I was following up, getting him marked, which is something I needed to sort out a bit. And yeah, this time have brought him back in here so he's protected. Sort of an important player against high arm value teams, especially. Masaka catcher over here, looking at trying to outflank them at some point. So blitzer down there. Is that a 1 dice? It was a 1 dice. 1 dice power, but warriors straight back up. It means I don't have an easy 2 dice on there, which I would have done if I'd left it. Okay, so bringing the ball towards Masaka. But there's not really a way through for them here, so we'll be looking to probe on this other side. Beastman making use of horns for 2 dice, but can only get the pushback. steps back in to protect the ball carrier. There's a few of my players over there, but quite happy with these armour rolls against Chaos. I know it's obviously sort of rookie Chaos, but have given me 2 dice mighty blow hit on that Beastman by following up there, which is the first one I'll take for a knockout. So first removal to me, just a knockout though, no points for those. A rare Ogre Blitz, I don't throw many of those. That does give me 2 dice on this Beastman. That one's down. Following up there, sort of isolating this warrior a bit. Has got a dodge out available if they want to use that, but that's not something a warrior will do often. Blitz are defending this flank in case they do go for that. This is 1 dice for the pushback. I've got 1 dice on this one as well. With rest of dodge away. Guess in case they try and overlap me here, which they have plenty of space to do. I didn't want to push my valuable catcher up towards all these beastmen to just get surrounded. So I was quite surprised and excited to see them go and immediately start standing next to the touchline. It's like they're just moving their 5-player cage here exactly as it was. So not getting at the ball, but I've got plenty of free players over here at the moment who can come and tie up here, blitz into this Beastman and follow up into the ball and give them some real problems. So that warrior did dodge away, but round the back rather than the front. I don't know if that might have been different if I hadn't put this blitzer here. Has left my ogre a bit stranded and not involved in the game at the moment. These 2 players are quicker and more reliable with moving. So 2 dots on that warrior, I'll take straight away. And there's 1 mark on that beastman. I think I'll be looking at a mighty blow hit on it. 2, 4, 6, yeah, so this mighty blow blitzer can reach. And we'll probably follow up onto the ball, I should think. And so that beastman can stand up next turn, but I should be able to pile just more bodies in here to try and protect my blitzer, including this guard blitzer. A wrestle lineman over here as well. He's a bit slower, he's movement 5 with wrestle. But this is a good opportunity to try and squeeze this attack against the touchline. They could try and pivot around here, but they're slower than me, so I should be alright with that coming. Ogre is stranded out there on the right and can now be marked out of the next turn as well, really, by this beastman just standing up. I dodged. Oh no, can't. Doesn't need to dodge away, of course, because Ogre has no tackle zone. So tying up these players here. The safest place for them to go here is back, which I don't really mind. So I have freed up the ball carrier. Looks like potentially offering a move forward there to, and then back against the touchline. So I might be looking to potentially free up somebody to go hit this beastman if I can. But couldn't get that one down. That one is though. If I can push people just more and more into the ball, get it off the pitch or further back, I'd like to, but I don't think that's really an option at the moment. I think this Beastman's available to be blitzed. I don't think I can easily get a surf out of that. Yeah, going from there. I think I could have popped my thrower in there, but it's from here instead because these players can't assist. So I've definitely got 2 dice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would have had 3 dice on this one. Pushed into this Beastman for the surf. Might have been a better move there. Instead I've just pushed that Beastman back. And yeah, don't even take the follow up to stand on the ball. So it's going to be difficult to move the ball forwards anywhere. Just to push on that catcher. Just follow in. Depending how the rest of the turn goes, this should be an easily surfable Beastman. Guard releases down. That can stand up next turn, crucially. And then the warrior in there makes that surf a lot harder. It's going to be the second hit has to be on 2 dice without committing other players to it. Didn't need to surf him when you can just kill him with a block, I suppose. So that's a dead Beastman. Mighty Blow doing its job, although oh yeah, was through the armour with Mighty Blow, and this is a warrior surf instead. And then dodge it back away, but just holding this position firm to just leave them no route forward, and there's not even really the route to switch back and come through the middle, which I had left on a turn or two ago. There's a block there for another down, and Ogre's going to bonehead. There's possibly a little space if they want to come. Get the ball, get this warrior forwards maybe. It's turn 6 already, and they are running out of time to score. Down to 8 players, I think. Yeah, 8 for the chaos. So yeah, targeting the guard, using a reroll to make sure he goes down. It's a good reroll management from the chaos. Leave themselves free for the last 3 turns. And they do get that guard blitzer knocked down, knocked out even. Ball is in there. Not entirely safe. I'd fancy getting at least 1 dice on that ball next turn. Don't really have anyone who can go be a scoring threat at this point, and another fell bonehead there is unfortunate. I think I was trying to move in here for assists on the ball, but yeah, I think not doing that means I wasn't going to then blitz with this lineman, which would have been the plan. Do get to push back or chain push back here though, but looks like I decided to leave the ball there so I could follow up onto it. That gives me 2 dice on this warrior with this wrestle lineman. Means my thrower is available. How many turns left is it? Yes, I should probably have sent my thrower forwards there. It's the only person who could go get in scoring position. But it does give me 2 dice on this warrior. Which is a pin against the touchline, and this lineman able to come mark the ball as well. So 3 players marking the ball. Warrior removes one of them. And I think we're going to see just two beastmen hit these maybe. Warrior stood up, so it's kind of giving me the surf next turn if I can get a safe enough block on them. And 1 dice there for the pushback. And that means 1 dice on this player on the ball as well that I haven't taken. Straight to that, so Mighty Blow hit again. This blitzer now looking for a level on 14 points. That time the Ogre comes and gives me assists on the ball. I think I may be looking at this blitzer. That's the second assist on that Warrior though for the surf. Just a knockout. And that's 2 dice on the ball. Bit late for you to do anything with the ball, so I've got no one who can score at this point, I don't think. I think I've still got a blitzer here who could maybe try and dodge out or something. Maybe I could try and get him free. I think is my last hope of getting somebody in scoring range now. This blitzer's on the ball. No, I used the blitzer to throw the block instead. In here, so let's go there. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this dark green line. They need a beast man at least there at the beginning of this turn to be able to score, which they don't have. So this is a successfully defended drive, but no chance of scoring myself either. It's a no score first half. A useful reroll, get that lineman down. He's fine. Another 2 dice on this blitzer who does put the Warrior down. Yeah, 1 more turn for me. So yeah, I'll just be looking at any 2 dice blocks I can make. So stand 2 players up for assists. Drop that Warrior. They could probably look for just making a star player point pass. Ogre gets a hit in, first time in several turns. Another surf on here maybe, but I have to, well, I take the knockdown rather than the had a push available. Maybe I've just got that beastman off the pitch. Found that pick up though. And that's half time, so no score, which isn't a bad position to be in when you've kicked. It's going to be at the least you want, really. Let's see how knockouts go. So that's a dead beastman. 3 of 5 knockouts stand up. With 2 babes, that's pretty bad. My knockout comes back. They're recovered from knockout rolls with 2 pluses. Just 1 reroll. So yeah, I do think Nashrak Blackhoof would have been more concerning than losing a total of 3 rerolls in the game. Oh, there's no fame available. I don't think my team, my fan factor's very high on this team because the record isn't that great. So set up there. The Chaos down to 8 players for the second half. I've still got my whole team available. So swapping out some linemen for catchers. So a bit of extra speed and catch and dodge. Useful for an attacking drive. I think one of them's on 4 points. Yeah, this one here, David mentioned. So it's the one I'm looking to score on if I can. Stephen Valve, relatively new recruit with no star player points yet. Extra reroll for me. And a touchback. So I think that's going to go to my thrower, almost always does. Yeah, extra point waiting to happen for 2 3+ rolls with rerolls. Yeah, so we're set up there. Yeah, the way I set up was both guards making that first warrior hit block 2 dice. And then we've got a guard and an assist there. So basically I'm going to be able to get 2 dice on all 3 of these warriors, even though they're all strength 4. And then we're going to have the mighty blow going for a beast man. Ogre doesn't bonehead and gets a knockdown, which is nice. Pushes away. Which doesn't block this lineman's path, and that lineman will go. No, he's protecting over here. Looks like I maybe decided against the blitz on a beast man. I suppose I don't want my team too overextended. I'm ahead in the numbers game already. Can play this quite patiently. Got 8 turns to try and score to win the game and outnumber my opponents. So don't need to rush forwards, and also don't need to go and get players isolated over here. You have to just take a push there, and then stepping back into formation. 4th warrior up to the line, so it's just all 4 warriors here and then 4 beastmen behind them. So with 2 guards it does help me to get some 2 dice hits. Just stuck with a pushback of my own there, and then this will be 2 dice on this blitzer. This warrior from the blitzer. Just knocking down over there. Ogre successfully makes an action and follows up to mark 3 warriors, but we will need some support now because 2 assists is enough to get 2 dice on him. Yeah, just keeping my keeping my catchers protected in a pocket here, but this one has gone forwards a bit. It's probably a bit of a feint action. This was a little while ago now, this. So having to take 1 dice there, and that results in a turnover after re-rolling the push. Yeah, so re-rolling an arrow on a 1 dice block is basically saying I need to roll a 5+, or this is no good. Which is a lot to ask of a 1 dice block, really. I think that's 2nd assist here for a mighty blow hit on this warrior, which is a down. Follow, that's a knockout. But didn't need to follow there because the warrior, if he was still here and could stand up next turn, pretty much all he could have done is stand up. Using block there for another down, and Ogre takes another down, and then this one's quite well surrounded. We'll struggle to get a 2 dice hit because of this guard in here. Bit more support from Ogre there, can edge forward with these catchers as well. And the strength 3-1 stepping in front this time, and then sort of showing catchers on each wing. Ball can come forwards a bit because there's plenty of space where it's safe, with my line holding quite solid. Do get a 1 dice knockdown that time. Left the mighty blow stunned. So Chaos team really reduced to throwing some 1 dice blocks. I think was that and that's the guard stunts too. So quite bad turn for me, and I have a gap here that I have to watch. So this lineman comes back in, actually blitzes as well. So blitzing with wrestle, but gets a knockdown. I re-rolled a bonehead, but to take her both down. So I do have the gap with the 2 stun blitzers quite well covered, but my Ogre well, both of my guard players prone means that this will be a more successful chaos blocking turn. Certainly should be, and that's a good way to start it. That warrior standing up to blitz can only get a push. 2 dice on that blitzer who was overlapping. He's getting a bit isolated over there. Now stepping in to mark up. Another bonehead there, so 2 turns in a row. Didn't try and re-roll that one though. Do get my other guard back in the game this time. Mighty Blows also back and blitzing. And that's a warrior who's down. And then can stand in here, which is 2 dice on this warrior too. Using block, and I imagine this is going to assist here. Yep, but going around the long way. Give me a catcher, put me a catcher in scoring range. Reroll because I didn't want to have to wrestle there. Do get the knockdown, push him away from my catcher. So if this catcher's not marked next turn, I'd probably just chuck to him and score. Although really I want this one to score because he's on 4 points. But again, that could have been just offering up a feint, especially moving the thrower over here as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I know I want to score on this catcher. I was just saying, go and mark this catcher, pay attention to him and this blitzer over here, who'd kind of got stuck over there, so make it look like I'm attacking that flank, but I know I want this catcher to score, who could reach next turn, but I'd rather not do it with 2 go for it. So that's the blitz there. Surprised there wasn't a move towards my thrower after that, but that does give him 2 dice on this blitzer. Still haven't marked that catcher though. And I definitely have options in there. I don't know how far this beastman can reach. Yeah, so this catcher is available. So I don't know why. I don't know if I cared so much about scoring on this one that I just ignored this one, even though he could go score this turn. The warrior. That's another potential scoring threat in. No, I have just moved that catcher down over there instead, away from the slower cows players who are all marked. Yes, having that bit of an edge on, in pace meant I could switch flanks quite effectively there. And here's the throw going to this catcher, who is the one I want to score. So pass to catch means I had rerolls available for both of those, and this is pretty safe here. I think they would just went for the hero play through this packed tackle zone area to go for the 2 dice on the ball. I didn't make the dodges. This catcher can now just run it in. So that's the first thing I do, or hold it up for a turn. Not something I do very often, but I think having had that against me so often in CCL is what I decided you need to do in this format, I think. So I can see if I can get some decent hits in this turn as well. I've got 2 dice available there. And then only one other player standing, so it'll probably try it for a mighty blow hit. Ogre failed. I think Ogre is going to go and assist, so I'll use this blitzer instead. This line reaches. So still looking for a level with this blitzer with another casualty, but didn't break armour. And, yeah, mark up that beastman. And a bit more screen in there. And yeah, Cow's player skipped. No, I'd no more risks, so just want to set that 1-0 win. So the first, well, in the 10 games, that's the only proper win I actually had. The other 2 wins were concessions, which I explained, I think, way back at the beginning. Yeah, so it was quite a chunk of team value ahead. But yeah, had the inducements to deal with, and I don't think. Well, if the Halfling Master Chef had rolled 3 both turns, and I have recent experience with competent Halfling Master Chefs, yeah, I think that would have been quite damaging potentially. Although this human team with the skills it comes with makes a lot of rerolls quite redundant. Yeah, so you're not crying out for them as much as you are with some other teams. Yeah, which is a good. Well, it's a reason I've always liked humans, really. That you get the skilled players, which are good for that. Yeah, so rookie-ish catcher took the MVP. Quite nice to outblock Chaos that heavily. I think the couple of guard players were really important for that. Meant I could get a lot of hits on the Chaos Warriors. Knocked out and injured them too, as we would have just seen. Yeah, and just the 1 touchdown though. Decent haul of points, and relatively even spread of dice. So quite a lot of 1s for me there, though. Might have been an armour and injury rolls, of course. Yeah, nobody injured the whole game, just 1 knockout, I think. Yeah, which was pretty good going. Yeah, so that closes off that really. So 10 games with this team. Coming over with a 3-3-4 record. I thought it was 4 draws actually. No, got that wrong way round. I think I told somebody it was the other way round. Apologies if you ever see this. Yeah, so that's alright. I was just aiming to qualify for that. The Marvinvitational, which they've opened entries for. I think it's going to start in the next couple of weeks. It's a knockout format, so I might only have 1 game in it, but I'll cover any games I play in that in this same playlist, just to follow through the journey of this team. We'll see how we go. I've got 110k in my treasury. I don't know if I really need another player though. I'm on 13. I could maybe, when I get short on linemen and have to put blitzers on the line of scrimmage, I do feel a bit resentful of that, so I might just grab another lineman in here. Yeah, which I'll need a good name for, because I'm quite pleased with the names on this team. So I'll have to think about that and add in a lineman before we play. But we're at 1470 team value. That'll put me up to 1520, which is into the region where you get some quite dangerous teams. And there's some useful players on this team, but I think without it being particularly scary. I think the real standout ones are probably the Mighty Blow Blitzer. Gets a lot asked of him, and the strength 3 catcher as well. I think it's very important defensively, particularly. If I can get a touchdown on this, touchdown on this blitzer is priority next game if I can. Because the catcher who levelled, would you take sure feet? Yeah, they're in an okay position. This team, quite like them. It'll be fun to play some more games, see where they go. We'll see what else we can get in this playlist.